Jason Class from Gear Talk wanted to know what we carry in our Sundries kit. Well, I don't really call mine the Sundries kit. To be honest, I don't really have a name for it. But I do have, I guess you could say, a kit with various items that my wife and I will carry on our trips. And over here is my horribly disorganized gear rack in my garage. I gotta get working on that. Couple years of moving, starting graduate school, and coming down with cancer has a way of wrecking your organization. But I do tend to keep a variety of things in my gear rack here, and I tend to store them in ziploc baggies so that I can see what I've got and I can pick and choose things based on the trip that I'm going on. First thing is this little marmot repair kit. This is one of the greatest things I've ever seen. As far as I know, it was never really available for sale. It was just a freebie from a marmot rep when I used to work at a gear shop. But it's a little Ziploc pouch, and you open it up and it's got a whole bunch of stuff in it. We've got some replacement buckles and zip ties. We've got thread and needles and duct tape and alcohol prep pad, great big safety pin, and let's see here, there's even a little stick of glue and a lighter or something like that. You can heat that stuff up and use that glue to patch up things that might get a hole in them, down jacket or your inflatable mattress or something along those lines. But I love this little kit, and this thing comes with me on just about every little trip that I go on. I realize that, you know, the pouch is probably a little heavier than it needs to be, but it helps to organize everything and keeps everything where I can see it anyway. So I really love this thing. I also keep on hand, I've got a spool cord, and I'll cut some of this stuff off as I need it. I think the spool, let's see here, there's 50 feet in the full spool, so there's quite a bit left here. But it's Sterling rope glow cord, so this works really well for tie-outs and things. It's going to be reflective in your headlights so you don't trip over it and hurt yourself out in the woods. It's also got a 300-pound test, so it's reasonably strong, so you can do a few things utility-wise with it. But, well, this will be my stock of camp soap. Now, obviously I'm not going to carry these huge jugs out in the woods with me, but I will refill smaller bottles of this with this stuff to take out on a trip. There's my wife's stuff. I think this stuff is a lavender scented for the girly types, not in bear country, of course. And the other stuff is just unscented, kind of mountain suds, biodegradable soap. So I keep a supply of that on hand. Another thing here, some various little toiletries. I think I have the exact same toothbrush that Jason Class uses. You know, pretty cheap, and everything else. I bring this along, little deodorant thing. I may not carry it in my pack, but it's certainly going to be in my car when I get back, so that I can go out after I get off and get maybe a greasy burger or a great big burrito. Here is some of my wife's face soap. She really likes to carry some of this along. Helps her feel fresh when she's out on the trail, fresh and clean. Here is a little plastic, rubber, whatever, little pouch squeeze it like so and it pops open, and store a couple of earplugs in here. These are really helpful for me. I have a tendency to have a hard time going to sleep if it's real quiet outside. There's really no bugs, no frogs or anything like that making noise, and then I can hear every little stick and leaf falling out of the trees in the woods. It drives me crazy and keeps me from sleeping, so the earplugs help out a lot. And this here is a little mirror. It's got a hole in it so you can use it as a signal mirror. It's also useful dealing with contact lenses or anything you need to get to on your face. Another bag here. A few more toiletry supplies. Right here would be some dried out wet wipes I've put in a Ziploc baggie. A few drops of water will moisten these things right back up, and they help to keep the important parts clean when you're out hiking for a while, and you'd rather not be all stinky and nasty. Here is a little Bic lighter that I carry. Seems this one's getting a little bit low. I probably ought to replace it with a new one, but having one of these things along just makes sense. And I've got some contact lenses supplies, a little case. I could wear glasses on the trail, but I find that I have a really hard time dealing with glasses when I'm on the trail. I find contact lenses actually easier to work with because with contact lenses I can wear sunglasses when I need to. I can put my binoculars or my camera or something else up to my face without the glasses getting in the way. Plus I don't have to worry about wiping them off every 20 minutes or something like that from trail goo or skin oils or something along those lines. This is a little bottle of contact lens solution. This says it carries 1.5 ounces. It's obviously way more than we need on the trail, but I haven't bothered to put any in a smaller bottle for use yet. And here is a little tube of toothpaste that I use. Obviously it's not nearly as small as what Jason uses. To be honest with you, that Chinese toothpaste kind of scares me. So I'd rather stick with stuff that's approved to use in the United States. But I think that would end up being most of my things. Well, I have a few more things in here. I have these teeny little Ziploc bags. This is my stock, but these little things are great for keeping pills or anything small separated inside your pack or anything like that. Oh, here's a small tube of some sunscreen. I personally prefer the cream style stuff. I don't like the spray on. I find I don't get very even coverage using a spray. I find I get better coverage using a tube. But since I tend to wear a large full-brimmed hat when I'm out on the trail, I don't put this stuff on my face or on my neck. My hat covers all of those areas. Pretty much the only place that I might use this would be on my hands or on my arms or anything like that. The GPS geek, Nate, is signing off.